Today we have the first look at the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 as well as a few upgrades. Before we get started though, let me know in the comments who out there is waiting for the Flip 6, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech. So first up, before we get into the reveal, we've got great news on the battery of the Flip 6 thanks to Galaxy Club. Now they've reported on the new batteries, and thankfully both dual batteries are going to be getting a small increase in capacity, and the total capacity is now going to be 4000 mAh up from the Flip 5's 3700. It's not a huge difference, but it's certainly going to help, and along with the more efficient chipset, it's going to make the phone's battery last a fair bit longer. Now next up, we've got great news on the display, and the Galaxy Z Flip 6 is going to be coming with a brighter and more durable display. At the end of last year, Samsung patented their IronFlex technology, and it's thought that this trademark relates to the new folding display that's going to be more durable than the previous versions, as well as being more resistant to scratching. And another advantage is going to be reduced creasing in the center of the display. And while we've had many reports and rumors floating around about no crease at all, that's very unlikely to happen. Now of course, there are also going to be improvements to the display, including the brightness, and if we look at the previous releases, the Flip phones tend to follow the S phones quite closely with peak brightness level, and this means we should have a big increase this year. Now the S24 Ultra just released with 2600 nits of peak brightness, and hopefully the Flip is going to be the same, although given the huge jump this year from the S phone, it may be a little bit less for the Z Flip 6. Now another upgrade on the Z Flip 6 is the camera system, and it's still going to be a dual camera setup, but according to another report from Galaxy Club, the Z Flip 6 is finally going to be getting an upgrade to the primary camera. According to their report, Samsung were testing a 50 megapixel sensor for the primary camera, although the ultra-wide camera is going to remain a 12 megapixel camera, but the only downside to Samsung Foldable seems to be on the camera system, so an improvement is always welcomed. Now next up, we've got the first look at the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 thanks to a new tweet from OnLeaks, and he's partnered up with SmartPre to deliver these renders along with a full 360 video and some information on the design. When it comes to early design leaks, OnLeaks has proved his accuracy time and time again, so we can be pretty sure that this is exactly what the Galaxy Z Flip 6 is going to look like. Now as you can see, it's not very different from the Flip 5, and it looks pretty much identical. We had previous rumors of a larger display with the Flip 6, but OnLeaks confirms it's actually going to be a 6.7-inch foldable inner display, along with a 3.4-inch cover display, and this is exactly the same as last year, although there have been many reports that the cover display is now going to natively support apps, instead of people having to use the Good Lock launcher to achieve this. Now the overall dimensions are 165 by 71.7 by 7.4 millimeters, which means it's pretty much the same size as its predecessor, although it is a little bit thicker, and this could be due to the increased battery capacity. And apart from that, the only other minor change is that we've got two microphone holes on the top, whereas previously there was only one. Now there have also been rumors about IP68 water and dust resistance, but to be honest, with the phone looking the same as last year with the same hinge, I would be surprised if this was the case. Now there's no mention of the frame material